Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure, and dear colleagues from the media, to welcome you for today, for this great moment, not only of our company, but of the whole industry. It's an honor, and it's a pleasure. The motto of today's Tokyo Motor Show is Beyond the Motor. And the Beyond the Motor for us means we have to deliver. We at FUSO have started to think about Beyond the Motor years ago. And this is the reason why you see the evidence of in-use on my right side. But first things first, let us look at the global mega trends that drive us to look beyond existing paradigms. Urbanization is a global trend that continues, and there's no better place to prove it here in Tokyo. 37 million people in the metropolitan area of Tokyo give us an idea what we will face in the future. 60% of the world population in 2030 will be living in metropolitan areas, in metropolitan cities like Tokyo, Osaka, Shanghai, and other huge cities. So the mega cities of today are facing dramatic challenges. They face challenges in noise, emission, and also congestion of traffic. The reaction of the municipalities on that is more and more rigid. So we are threatened by bans, city entry bans, more and more. We just recently heard the governments are speaking about a ban of our combustion-driven products in the far future, but we see that the municipalities are already going to do this in a very close future of 3, 5, and 6 years to come. But integration is an integral part of our cities. Transport of people and transport of goods. For the transport of goods of people, the challenge is to optimize public transportation and individual mobility, so it has the least environmental impact on our cities. For the transportation of goods, trucks cannot be substituted. Trucks will remain a backbone of our societies. Trucks will stay with us. So that means we cannot change them, but we can change the way how these trucks are powered. And that is what you see today. The replacing of combustion engine trucks for city delivery with electric powertrains would have a substantial effect for the improvement of air quality. It would lower the CO2, the particles, and the NOx. And not to forget, we are surrounded by noise, massive noise. And this, especially in idling and driving, can also be addressed. FUSO and Daimler have addressed and also accepted the responsibility as we have as a company to the societies we are living. We have an obligation for the Japanese society. We have an obligation to global cities. This is the reason why we have become the front runner in the electrification of the commercial vehicles. But we have, and I'm pretty sure you have heard a lot of announcements and statements. We are not claiming it, we are delivering it. We thought about the future not today, we thought about the future not last year. We started to think about the electrification of trucks at FUSO. By 2004 already, we launched in 2010 the first trucks. And in 2011, we had a trial where we had the opportunity at the IAA in Frankfurt to show the first truck, the E-Cell from FUSO, from Daimler Trucks Asia. In 2014, we produced the first small series, and we handed over to customers to use it, starting in Portugal, where FUSO has an operation and a plant. 2015, we proceeded in Stuttgart. In 2016, we showed closer and closer the real case. No prototypes. We showed already the D sample to the IAA and also to our customers. Today, after 3 years of consecutive operational experience with electric trucks, we have started to hand over globally e-Canter to customers. Why? Because the results of the e-Canter, the electrified trucks, are so good, so promising, that there's a massive demand from customers. And why is it so? Is it just a trend, a short-term trend? No, it is a game changer. It is a game changer. Is it economical, feasible? Yes, it is. Because our customers have to make money. Our customers have to save money and cost. And with our truck, we can have a reduction massively by 130,000 by 10,000 kilometers only. So based on the real operational experiences of real produced trucks, of real produced electric trucks, these learnings gave us now the confidence to start the e-Canter series production. We started it in Kawasaki We started it in Tramagal this year. And by the launch of the truck to New York, we have also handed over the first trucks to customers, NGOs, UPS, and in Japan, just last week, to 7-Eleven and Yamato. Huge companies with the right attitude, with the right mindset to be part of the change of the world. Today, e-counter are in the hands of customers. They are running, they are driving. And that makes us very, very proud. And it is also an obligation for all of us, for the whole team. If there's so much confidence, if there's so much interest in this new technology, we have to take it very, very serious. And we have to take it very, very careful when we proceed. I give you some facts to the e-counter which you see on the right side. The e-counter is a 7.5 ton. You have here on this truck roughly 3.8 to 4 tons of payload. The truck itself has 6 batteries, which you can see on the right side and the left side. The counter which you see here is 1.0. This is the counter 1.0. This gives already an indication that the cycle times of electric trucks will be different to what we have in the combustion engine. The 2.0 is already in discussion and the 3.0 in planning. So that means it's an ongoing process to improve these trucks every month. The maximum speed currently is 80, and the range of this truck with this box is roughly 100 to 120 kilometers, depending on the use. So when you aggregate the potential savings, we speak here roughly about 750 to 800,000 yens in 5 years, just by operating the truck, just by operating the truck. But there's one thing more. I mentioned this. We at FUSO take it very serious. We want to make sure that our customers have no negative impact by now going for this technology. We say, therefore, we lease you the truck, so you have the chance to upgrade in the next 2 years to the next generation of batteries. So that means the customer stays always at the edge of the technology. All this at the latest development itself. So now what does it bring? Why? A company needs a purpose. The purpose, our understanding is clear. We want to make the cities a better place to live. We want the world to change to the next level. And now, by having told you all that, one counter, which is used for 40,000 roughly, is producing 16 tons of CO2. Global warming, I think you know better than me what that means. So imagine we would have just 1,000 e-counter. They would produce something like, compensate, something like 10 times of the Imperial Palace in terms of absorption or avoiding of CO2. 16,000 tons by just 1,000 delivery trucks. Not to mention the diesel particles and not to mention the NOx, which is also occurring with these trucks in normal combustion engines. But is it now that we stay with light duty and that's it? No. We are very clear. We take it serious. We take it serious. We will go for the full range. We will go for heavy duty. We will go for buses. Of course, long haulage is not our target first. What our target is to show a use case. If you can see here a B sample, it's not a prototype only. It is already something which is developing on the left side. This truck is not called without sense a Vision 1. This truck is a beauty and waits for the beast to come. This truck is existing. This truck is drivable. This truck is something which will change the name of the game. And therefore, as we take it so serious, we have decided to go for an E brand for the full span of our portfolio. The E-FUSO brand will be with this and this truck represented. It's a brand which is dedicated to electrify trucks. with the technology to come, in terms of battery development, we will see more and more adaptations for more and more heavy duties. Not for long haulage, but for inner distribution. And that means we have to do both. This is the reason why we have an E brand, an E-FUSO brand, and we have still our business with combustion engines. So we have both, and we take both very serious. Today we present you this truck, and this truck, only to give you some insights, 350 kilometers range, 300 kilowatt, payload of 11.2 tons, 23 tons, and you can drive it. It's not something which is just designed for this event here. It is a B sample which will get reality. The interior and the exterior, and I please ask you to have a view on this, is beyond what we have seen so far in trucking. You have a lot of things which now technology-wise are possible. 410 horsepower and no noise. All the autonomous driving, what you can imagine currently in the trucking industry, is in this truck. So that means difference, Distronic. You see also the blind spot, warning assistant. So all that, what Daimler has to offer, and we can offer a lot, is in this truck. And we will develop it further. So today, we have launched not only a truck which is already in use. Today, we have given you an idea what the next 3 to 4 years will come in Japan, out of Japan, because we are absolutely convinced Japan and Japanese culture can change the world, and we will be. We will be obliged to be front runners. So, to sum it up, number one, there are mega trends which are demanding from us, the OEM, solutions. There is a demand for solutions. We take this solution, we take this demand, and we take the challenge very serious. We will work on that. We will not step out of this obligation, of this responsibility for the society. We will not. Number two, we have already a use case with the e-Canter, and we will proceed in the next months to come. And number three, the beauty of Vision One is now for the public available. You can see it, and in some months, some of you will have a chance to drive it. Ladies and gentlemen, the future is electric. I'm so happy that you were here. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Transportation is the indispensable backbone of society. Transportation enables everyday life, every minute, every hour, every day. Living in an era of exponential change, brands must be ahead of time. They must offer answers before trends turn into needs, requirements, or even restrictions. What will come next? How do we meet future challenges? How do we improve air quality and reduce noise pollution? We have started to look for answers years ago, and today we are the first to have a product in the market. Our e-Canter is the first all-electric truck in series production and in customer hands. Having completed more than 120,000 kilometers of fleet testing on 3 different continents, FUSO excels with its long-term expertise in hybrid and electric drivetrains, making this light-duty truck a perfect solution for the last mile and urban distribution. But we don't stop here. As the front-runner in electric trucks, we are introducing E-FUSO, a product brand entirely dedicated to electric-powered commercial vehicles, for delivery in our cities, for heavy distribution, for our customers and their customers, for you. E-FUSO, presenting to you the future of trucking. All electric, heavy duty, fascinating. The E-FUSO Vision One.